I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Hey guys, it's Oops, the podcast. You know us. It's me, Giulio, and today's guest, the beloved, the divine, the beautiful, funny, wonderful Nathan McIntosh.
Yeah,
baby.
Woo! Thanks for having me, guys.
Throwing out a lot of superlatives there.
Yeah.
Not really on point. They didn't have much to do with you.
You're taking them away?
No.
You just said them.
I just think
they're gone now?
I could have done more specific to you.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Like Tonight Show, Stephen Colbert.
but those are things. Those aren't like
Canada. These are cool
Canada.
credits. Yeah. You know he's Canadian?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Canadian
No,
guys. You've known it the whole time.
Oh, yeah, of
When
course.
did you find out?
Oh man, must have been years ago. I think Pavone told me.
Oh,
Because Graham and Pavone are both Canadian. And
That's classic Pavone, just giving away the scoop, dude.
I know.
Oh, you know, buddy, he's Canadian.
I've tried to keep it under wraps for a long time. You know what I mean? Tax reasons and immigration reasons.
Yeah,
And but you know, every time I walk in a room, somebody's like, "Oh yeah, look at this fucking." You go, "All right, guys, I guess I'm not."
You did drop a sorry when we were playing ping pong the other week. This is the first time you've tipped your hand a little bit.
You know, it's if you look
Sorry.
at this is such a stupid fucking thing. Look at how it's spelled, okay? Can you stupid fucking criminally insane cocksucker fucking coast to coast country of just eagles and fucking guns. Look at the fucking way that it's spelled and then listen to how you insane monsters are saying it. Sorry. S-A-W-R-Y. That's how you got. Read it, you fucks. Look at it.
Well, hold on a second.
It's compelling stuff.
I need a word that looks just like sorry, but is
S-A-W.
pronounced Robert Ory would be the closest thing I can think
A
of.
name? Somebody's name?
Yeah, because he is Horry,
You're
I
right.
believe.
Ori,
and we
sorry.
say Ori,
Do you know
sorry.
who-
So that's in your favor.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But
Well, there we are.
But we must
I was
have
about to fight you on it.
we must have other words that are Orry that we pronounce Ari.
I don't know that we do.
No.
Do we not?
Quarry, which is spelled, as
Quarry.
it's obviously spelled.
Quarry. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no, I can't worry.
Worry.
That's not,
Worry's good.
it's not sorry. It's not
So
sorry.
it should be, you're telling me it should
in
be
the middle.
Suri.
But sorry, we have
You get what
that.
I'm saying on the sorry, right? We don't have to go to every
Yeah, I mean, Nate, I don't know why you brought it up. Let's move on. I got him.
That's
So-
my
Yeah.
biggest mistake.
This is good.
Bringing that up.
Two redheads enter a room, only one remains.
There you go. There you go.
Who's
Nate
gonna
gives me
win?
hope. He does. So, Nate, do people call you Nate? I call you Nate, but I don't think I should.
Well, this is another thing. No, my full name is Nathaniel, right? I-E-L, right at the end of the. But I go by Nathan. But for some reason, I mean, this is I don't mean to keep coming down on America. For some reason, everybody in America wants to call me Nate. I don't know why, but it's Nathan. It's not too big a deal. Nobody
Well,
calls me Nate.
Okay.
I call you Nathan
Yes.
because I'm a good friend.
Thanks, man.
Do people call
worries.
you Mac?
No.
The
Oh,
Mac.
all right.
No.
I had all these ideas about what I could call him, and it's just telling me no.
The Mac.
You're stymieing me at every turn.
No, I mean, I don't necessarily care too much if you call me Nate on like a, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nathan, we'll go with the Nathan.
You don't even have to call me just hello, hi. I don't even need a fucking name. We're two men looking at each other. You know who the fuck I am. You know who you let in your house.
Dude,
It's
to
your
me,
house, right? This is
it
your
is his
house.
house.
I call it an apartment.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
good.
I call it.
You're a pure breed Canadian to me, dude. As
Yeah?
far as I know, a ton of Canadian comedians. This guy has had the most trouble adjusting to living in America.
Oh boy.
He secretly hates it here. He won't actually say it, but he does, and he just can't wait to be rich enough to move back to the utopian society of Nova Scotia, where he's from.
I don't hate living here. You know how hard it would be to live in New York if you fucking hated it. It would be terrible.
Yeah.
I only need like $20 more to live in Nova Scotia for the rest of my life, man. You've never been, right?
Never. I want
It's
to
a
go.
fucking. It's like if I get $40, right? 40 American dollars. I change that into that's like 2.6 million Canadian dollars, right? I buy half the town of Lunenburg. I build a fucking castle. I just sit back and would count lobsters that walk by. I mean, I could do that in a week and a half. I like living in New York.
Well, it's Oops the podcast. We want to hear about your mistakes and your failures and your fuck ups.
Yeah, I'd say probably starting to drink at 13. Probably a big mistake
Really?
at the time.
What is that? 8th grade? 7th grade?
Grade 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Grade 8. We were I was at a friend's house, man, and we were babysitting this kid, like his niece or something. And he's like, "Oh man, look, they got Crown Royal here." And we drank and then fucking biked. Didn't even care about a kid. I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen to this child that we were supposed to be babysitting.
Did you just leave the kid?
Yeah. We got drunk on Crown Royal in Kahlua and biked around, like in the streets. I drank for pretty hard from like 13 to 19. I had an ulcer when I was 15 and shit, and like I had to take these giant pills.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. So I'd say that was a mistake. You know what I mean? Drinking that young. When was the last time you looked at a 13-year-old?
It's a great question.
It's a trick question.
It is.
I
Yeah.
think
This
I
is being
saw one-
recorded.
Probably
This is being
someone-
recorded.
Probably someone recently, like
And this
in the
seems
last.
like a block where Epstein might have lived.
Yeah. I probably a couple weeks ago I saw one. I probably talked to one maybe.
Talk to one.
I might have talked to one. Yeah.
Okay, so but anyways, you see a 13-year-old and you don't look at them and go, "Wow, they need alcohol." Like when I see, it's wild to me now to see a child, right? They're children, and I go, "Holy fuck, this is how old I was when I started drinking."
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'd say that was a mistake. You know, it was a mistake. Lots of things. Like I said, dropped out of school at one point in time. I was taking these giant pills.
Were you drinking more while you were no longer attending school? Is this all correlated?
Kind of like a little bit.
When did you drop out of school?
Grade 11, middle of grade 11.
Why?
Went back.
Oh.
Like, I mean, I was drinking at 13, dude. Francis, it was all hell. You know what I mean? I was a goddamn dog worker, for fuck's sake. Pounding cigarettes?
For real?
No. I'm saying I'm drinking like one. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I was like, school's garbage. And I just I stopped going for like, half a year. But I got a job and stuff.
What was the job?
In that time, buddy, I was working at, do you guys know what A&W is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they
They
don't
make
have
root beer, but they also are a fast food
Making
place.
fries.
Yeah. But buddy, no joke. That was the best job I've ever had.
Why?
The best job. Dude, everybody I work with was fucking great. I work with this one guy, man, me and him both loved like just this. I like disco music. I just do. That's why I love this fucking thing, staring at it this whole time.
The
Good.
wall of shame he's
It's
referring to.
Is that what you call this?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
shame.
Why?
That's all shameful people. Acts.
And things.
Oh, Titanic's not a shameful act.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
failure.
shameful.
Why is it a shame?
A
It's not
lot of people
shameful.
died.
Yeah, but a guy fucked up. He had a fucking iceberg. What's
Have
he
you
gonna
not
do?
heard the song about the Titanic?
Which one?
It was sad when the great ship went down to the bottom of the sea. Husbands and wives, little children left their lives. Sad when the great... You know that song?
No.
No.
No, I
It
don't.
was sad, it was sad, it was sad, it was sad.
Gather around, children. We're going to bathe each other and sing that Titanic song again for our big soccer game today. No, I've never heard that song, but I'm saying it's not shameful. The guy, well, who gives a shit? Yes, it's shameful. Fucking, who cares? But anyways, me and this guy, so every Saturday, they would have Saturday Night Fever on the radio, right? And we'd always be like, man, we want to wash dishes, so we just fucking stand back there and listen to a bunch of shit. Man, it was just great. It was just a good time, man, fucking around with people. It was literally one of the best jobs I've ever fucking had.
Did you ever spit in anyone's burger?
No.
Did you make a lot of money? Probably not. Probably didn't make much.
You know, actually, why I got that job was because, okay, right before, I probably made $40, which honestly at that time could have bought me half of Lunenburg. I still could have had, dock to woods land.
Uh-huh.
I got that job. Okay, so in that time, right, I was like, oh, I want to do this, like this, whatever this is, this thing. So I went to this talent agency thing that came to town. Like it's a real grift. It's a full grift. They get like agents to come in. They're like, I think you're hot. Give us $800 and we'll take you somewhere. Just full grift. But at the time, I believed it. My mom wouldn't give me the money. She was like, this is a fucking sham. And I was like, fuck you, Mom. This is, So I got that job to make the $600
Wow.
to give to the grift. But then once I started working there, I liked the people and shit, and then stayed for like another year and
Wow.
did do no grift.
Wow.
Good.
Also, one last quick story about the grift. So there was me and my friend, this hot Norwegian lady.
Oh,
She's always been hot forever.
good for her.
I mean, like I met her when I was like 8 in grade
Nice.
3, and every little boy was like, "Whoa!" Like at the time we didn't know, but we were like, anyways. So one of the agents from the grift, she wanted to act as well. He called us both to a hotel room. Okay, this fucking grifty fucking grift bag, horseshoe fucking hair, big sweaty fucking greasy. You know what I mean? Pockets full of pepperoni, grease bag. Anyways. He goes, I like both of you. I like both of you. He goes, you for me, point at me. He goes, you for acting and you for modeling. He goes, look at you. And she's 16. Okay, we're both 16. And then he looks at me and he goes, I'm going to give you the best job you've ever had in your life. He goes, you're going to take pictures of her in a bikini and give them to me. And we left there, and she was like, that doesn't sound good. And I was like, yeah, that's a full-on fucking grift.
Yeah.
This man is I think we could, he's a pedophile,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, 16 is not,
Yeah.
you're not an adult. You can't be out here fucking pounding 16-year-olds. Am I wrong? That's shameful.
You can't pound them.
You
I
want to
believe
talk
in some
fucking
states
shameful?
you can.
Yeah.
In some states you can pound 16-year-olds.
What's the age of consent in Canada? Does it change per province?
That's a good question.
It changes.
Is it a good question?
It changes per state. here in
Every
America.
time I cross a provincial line, I go, how young are they
What
allowed
are
to
the
be
local laws?
before I can put them in my mouth? How
Yeah.
old? I'm just scrolling through a thing. You, young lady, how old are you? No, I have no idea. I don't know I don't know what it is. I don't know. But still, it's like a creepy man.
16.
All of Canada?
So it doesn't sound like he was a pedophile
So
after
it
all.
sounds like that was
Sounds like-
perfectly sanctioned
Sounds like
activity.
he knew the law.
Okay, but guys, let's look into each other's eyes here.
Okay.
He's an adult man. An adult grease man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. 16? If you even in you're an adult man.
When in Rome, bud.
Yeah. When in Canada.
If you ever go to Canada, if you start living in Toronto and you start dating a 16-year-old Giulio, come on, man. You know good and goddamn well that nobody's gonna go, well, that's the age of... You're a fucking loser, dude. You know what I mean?
He's tiptoeing the line, but he's coloring within the line.
Okay, legally, yeah. If this
Man
was an
knows-
episode of Night Court, yes, he is well within his rights,
Playing by the book.
but he's a loser. Can you say that he's a loser?
Define loser.
Dating a 16-year-old when you pay tax. Loser.
Wow. Things got intense. So
Maybe.
it's uncomfortable.
Anyways, it was
Oh.
very weird, and we did not do that. Didn't go back, all that kind of shit. Because more so, even if it whatever. But just the way that he was like, all the guy wanted was pictures of her. That's all this whole thing
Right.
was gonna be,
Right.
and nobody was getting anything from it, and blah blah blah. And it was just a fucking pure on entertainment world grift.
And that was the moment when you were like, if I hadn't started drinking when I was 13 and undervalued the education that I was given, I wouldn't have ended up flipping burgers and taking pictures of girls to give to grifters. I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I had an ulcer. My stomach's been fucked up ever since.
Really?
So like,
Because they come back, right?
Yeah, well,
They
you gotta
can?
like, yeah. They
So
come.
has yours come back ever?
Yeah, I went to the hospital when I was like 24. I stayed in the hospital for a weekend.
Jesus.
Yeah, because they wanted to see if I had like, they wanted to see if I had a stomach cancer because they didn't know. So I just sit in the fucking thing for a week while they figured shit out.
What
Ugh.
made you decide to cut back on the drinking?
Well, a lot of 16-year-olds, they don't like it when their adult male boyfriend is drunk all the time. They're like, I can't show up to a high school loaded out of my mind to pick up my daughter wife.
The girl of your dreams.
So gross. I drank hard for years and years and years, and then you're just like, well, I've done this kind of thing. And also, as stupid as it sounds, comedy, man. I kind of I moved to Toronto and really just started focusing on comedy.
Will you have a glass of wine here or there now, or a beer, or have you gone completely off the
No, I
sauce?
can have a drink. I'm one of those like lucky people that if I have a drink, I don't, just start running into the world doing coke, blowing my dad or whatever. Because there's some people that can't.
Yeah, they
Yes.
can't
They
balance.
can't even fucking be near a bottle.
Especially in
Right.
our field, which we talk about. And
Yes.
I think I've drank heavily with you. I've known you almost a decade. I would say once or twice. One time pops out of my memory. Stand up New York holiday party.
Oh yeah.
You were 3 sheets to the wind, having a blast.
Mm.
I remember throwing a cup onto the dance floor, just spiked an empty drink. And Pavone was like, buddy, that cup move. I go, dude, all I did was throw an empty cup on the ground.
Nice.
But people were excited. But yeah, no, I can, yes, I can have a drink. I can have a drink and be cool, which I'm, honest to God, very fucking happy
That's
about.
good.
Do you get drunk still, or
No,
not
I don't
really?
like that. Like, I just don't like the next day.
Yeah, we were talking
feeling.
about hangovers.
But I love drinking. I do love holding a drink and screaming at people.
What's your drink of choice?
Probably like rum or vodka, I
I
guess.
was gonna say you like rum, like a pirate.
Well, that's where I'm from. I'm from a land of pirates.
Is it really
You've been
Canadian?
technically.
Yeah, the Maritimes, but I didn't think that they were pillaging and landing and stealing and
We're a
stuff.
port city, man.
Oh.
Full on fucking harbor, dude. Go to
Nice.
Halifax. It's just cobblestone streets and pirates and screaming.
I have been to Halifax once. I have, and there was a great bar down by the water. I think I've told you this.
Lower deck.
Yeah, I think so. Has an upstairs and a
Yeah.
downstairs and an outdoor area, and they
Lower
have a
deck.
live band on Sunday nights.
Uh-huh.
And we went there, and it had the most beautiful women almost at any bar I'd ever seen. I couldn't believe it. The women in Canada are underrated.
No. Not Canada.
They're so hot.
Not Canada.
Dude,
Where were you?
I've also met beautiful women in Vancouver.
Okay, yes.
His point is that
And that's the two extremes of the country.
Halifax
Vancouver,
exclusive.
Toronto is a problem when it comes to
Really?
women. Oh God, there's hot women from parts of the world. You're like, that's a country. Just places you've never. Every single part of the world is represented by a hot woman in Toronto. It's wild.
I feel they're
Okay.
promiscuous too, Canadian chicks.
Well, they look
cold
for
up there.
green
When
cards,
you got the
dude.
big
You gotta-
chorizo in your pants, what choice do they have?
giant dicks up there. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just huge dicks.
Yeah.
One of the huge reasons I stopped drinking, actually, here's a mistake, big mistake. I drove drunk, and so I ran into a friend at a bar downtown, not the lower deck.
Not in the car, right?
No, I ran him
Oh,
over.
gee.
I killed a friend. I did like 7-8 years. Chino, I just like saying that. No, I met a guy at a bar that I worked with, and he was drunk out of his mind. But I really wanted my car. I just wanted my fucking car. So I was like, buddy, I'll drive you home, okay? I get to my car and I put my hand on the door, and I'm like, I'm like, there's no way. He goes, I'll drive. I look at him. He's laying on the hood of my car.
Oh.
He goes, I'll drive, dude. I go, no, man, it's fine. Just get in the car. This is all I remember from this night. I closed my door. The next thing I remember is closing the door on the outside when I was home. I don't remember dropping him off. I don't remember any of that fucking drive.
Oof.
I never saw that man again.
Ever?
Never saw him again. Seth. Don't know what fucking happened to him. I worked with him at a thing. We ran into each other. I have no idea what happened with that guy. And I went in home and I was like, I could have murdered everybody.
Yeah.
I could have killed so many people, let alone myself.
Right.
And I was like, that's, shutting it down.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, Nathan, is that you're not considering the other people on the road, right? That's what makes your act so selfish. It's that you think, oh, it's just me and this guy, and the reality is it's also families along the road
Yeah.
that you could potentially kill.
Hot families, as
yeah.
we've discussed. 'Cause
Sure.
Halifax just has a lot of hot
A lot of 16-year-olds in those cars.
people. Yeah, a lot of hot, eligible,
Yeah.
within age people. But no, honest to God, and it was a decent drive. I mean, it's at least 25, 30 minutes. I could have fucking,
Yikes.
I don't remember that. Like, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
You ever black out fucking drive?
No,
Never.
I was responsible.
I believe it.
I didn't drive. I really didn't drive drunk. I was pretty good about that. So you moved to America, to pursue comedy in America because you felt that this was the real arena.
I always wanted to be in New York. Yeah.
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 And has anything happened here? Things have really taken off for you, I would say, recently.
I mean, you bashed me at the beginning. Now they're
Yeah, but
up again.
We're proud of you. We love what you're
Hey,
up to.
thanks, man. But what was your question? Have I fucked up here?
Yeah. You ever have a falling out with a booker at a comedy club?
Sounds like a man who has.
Oh, color me guilty. Yeah.
No. I would say, okay, one big mistake I made when I came here, because in Toronto, I had like a groove going and I was doing all the stuff. So when I was doing things, I was just working on things constantly. And when I first moved down here, I kept that up for a while. And I think it set me back for at least a year or two, easily.
What do you mean?
I was just still doing new things. People would put me on shows and stuff, and I would still just run new stuff. And I would do well sometimes and not do well other times. But I was so used to in Toronto just being able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and put stuff together. And then one day I was like, what the fuck, man? I have things. I just haven't done them. And I started doing them. People were like, oh, man, yeah. And then I started like slowly being booked on more better things.
So like using your best shit every time.
Yeah. But the first time I did, like I moved to the city and somebody saw me somewhere and they were like, oh, man, you should do Comedy Juice. And I did that maybe 4 or 5 months into living in the city when it was at Gotham.
Yeah.
And I fucking ate it because I went up and I was just trying to have a good time. And you come off and it's like people, like the other fucking comedians who are the people that run around and say shit.
And then they think you suck for 5 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And they're not wrong to think that because this is what they're going by.
Right.
And this place has so many people and so much shit that you can't fucking be like, well, maybe it's just this night. So that was big mistake for a while.
Yeah.
Was still trying to like have a good time and fucking cowboy it.
I got a question for you.
Please.
Have you ever
I got all day, man.
mind the humor in being a redhead?
Yeah.
And did you ever get to a point where you were like, I got to move on from this?
Well, I mean, I've had like maybe 2 or 3 things about having red hair,
Because when I first started, that's what my whole set was about.
Okay.
And
Do you call yourself a ginger?
people do.
Yeah, but do you?
So I don't know if I have a choice. I
Yes, you
do.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I know that I'm more of a strawberry blonde. You and I have pretty
this
similar
is
color.
red, bro. Don't do this.
My
Don't
hair
fucking take this away
looked
from
like
us.
the fucking jet fumes of a plane. When I was growing up, it was straight up orange, dude. I'll show you hold on.
This is still no.
You
no,
two
what
talk.
I'm saying
I'm gonna
to you-
find a picture.
No, I'm talking. You get what I'm saying to you is This is what happens. Okay, this is what I've noticed, and I don't. This is not a thing I say. This is the thing me talking to you. Okay.
Okay, all right.
We're like what? We're 1% of the population. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
red-haired people, right? And we might be extinct, so they say. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But this is what happens when you're a kid, right? Everybody makes fun of you for having red hair.
Yeah.
Correct? Am I wrong?
Right. Except old women.
Oh, they love it.
They love it.
I used to get called French fry with ketchup on top. They fucking pull it and shit. They love it.
Yeah, they do.
You're right. But then you grow up, and I noticed that people go, it's not really that red. Yo, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So you don't fucking like it when I'm a kid, and then when I grow up and you do like it, I don't have it anymore? You fucking loser.
Yeah, fuck
you
those
fucking
people.
losers.
Fuck those people.
It's fucking red, because this is what people do. They go, well, it's kind of blonde. You can suck my fucking dick.
Yeah.
It ain't fucking blonde. My fucking eyebrows are blonde because I have red fucking... Where the fuck do you get fucking freckles? What the fuck are these? What, you know what I mean? So don't do this. Don't you do it either. Don't let them tell you what the fuck you have.
You gotta show them your bush. That's what you gotta really
you have
do.
red hair, Francis.
Yeah, I got the orange bush. The burning bush. That's how
thing
you really
people-
prove
when
it.
when I was a kid, people like, somebody asked me that 2 weeks ago. No joke. They're like, is your
Carpet match the drapes.
and you just look at somebody like I've paid tax for years,
Mm-hmm.
and you just gotta look at somebody and go, like you're kidding, right? You're kidding, and they're like, no, is it? And you just like, how the fuck? Why can't you fuck it? You should just be able to slap people, man. Like that's just a wild, stupid. Who has ever hooked up with somebody who has black hair and gone down and be like, oh wow, green. Whoa, weird. I guess we're just doing whatever the fuck we want here. Good one, God. So fucking dumb. It's fucking red.
I gotta show Nate this picture.
So anyways, don't you do that, because that's what you just did. You were like, I guess it is, because other people come up to you and tell you that it's not actually red. What? Nobody has fucking Ronald McDonald's hair.
I was expecting.
Am I wrong? Have you ever seen fucking somebody walking down with a big clown nose on their head?
I was expecting you to discredit me and to say that I'm not a member of the tribe.
What the fuck would you be, dude?
Yeah, good point.
Look at you, man. You got, what the fuck would you be?
I'm with you. Absolutely. All right, hang on. I'm gonna get this picture.
As
for
you're
you.
looking for this picture, can I tell a quick story?
Please.
But this whole ginger thing. So I do not let people call me ginger. I don't care. Hot women have come up to me after shows and I'm like, oh my God, you're such a funny ginger. Beat it, you whore. Don't give a fuck. If this is how the fuck we're interacting, oh, you're so funny for a Frenchman. Imagine if I went up to somebody and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wild. So anyways, one time I go to a movie theater in Toronto. Everybody working behind the counter, right? Or everybody working at the theater. They had on their name tag, right? It said their name and what I'm assuming is their favorite movie. So it'd be like Chad, Titanic, okay? Just the fucking red-haired guy, okay? This motherfucker's name tag, no movie, and it just said Ginger. And I go, buddy, what are we doing here? And he goes, but I go, did they tell you to do that? And I lost it. I go, these people here, they made this name tag because they think it's funny. I go, put your fucking name on your fucking name tag, dude. You don't even have a movie. They didn't even give you a movie. Everybody else is walking up paid in full. This motherfucker, Ginger. Not right. I fucking yelled at him and yelled at everyone. I was just like, this is wild.
This is good, man. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, I like this.
You're rallying the redheaded vote in your favor.
It's hard enough, and I'm not like hard, but it's like you grow up and people are like, it's so stupid, you fucking greasy piece of shit, whatever the fuck, you know. And then when you are older, people go, well, it's not really. And then so you do have people like a Francis here for a second who was like, well, now I don't even know what I am. Yo. Fuck them, dude.
Doubting my roots.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally doubting
Fuck
your
them,
roots.
dude.
Yeah.
Just because you have brown hair and it's pure shit, and you got to walk around like, oh, I look like everybody. You got to attack people who don't look like you. Yo, fuck you, dude.
Hey, let's not attack me here. Okay, I stayed out of this.
No, you're a good
People-
man. No, nobody
people
said you're a
throw-
good man. You're a great man.
People throw ginger around so cavalierly and so casually
Not around me, dude.
without knowing that it's actually a pretty offensive term.
I don't even care that it's like an offensive thing. It's like I have a name. You know what I mean? My
Right.
name is my name. We've all seen The Wire. What the fuck are you fucking? So now you can't do that with any other thing. Nothing.
Right.
No other thing can you just be like, this is this. But red-haired people, you can still do it. I don't look. If we ever start, because you know where we are, 2019.
Mhm.
It's like we're now you can be a fucking gender fluid fucking whatever, but you still could be called a ginger. You know
Yeah.
how fucking crazy that is? One day, it'll come around where it's like, we're going to have marches. And let me tell you something, Francis, I'm not going to those fucking parades.
I don't.
I'm
think I
not
will
going to those
either.
marches. I'm going to yell at those fucking people and go, look, you stupid red-haired cocksuckers. Fuck them. Just fuck them. It doesn't matter. They're fucking stupid.
So
the G word.
there's no civil rights movement
That's-
coming for red hair.
No, there will be. There definitely will be.
This is how orange my hair used to be.
Wow.
That was my
Yeah.
prom photo.
That's very orange, dude. It's so funny. Other than the hair, you look exactly the same.
oh yeah.
Let me see this picture.
That's why I said my fake ID when I was 16. You know, I didn't even have to show it to some people.
Yeah. You look exactly the same.
Chris, maybe we can lay this in the YouTube video. Yeah, this is good stuff. man.
Because also, again, you can't question what you are, dude. I think my hair was more like maybe like darker, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
When
no,
you
that's red hair for sure.
when you're growing up, but I mean, you're a redhead, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff.
Good things here, huh?
We've covered a lot of ground. Do you have any other good stories of getting fired? Did you ever get fired?
I have. I've walked out of jobs. I don't get fired, dude. I leave, man.
Did you leave in a huff?
Yeah. Yes. One day. Okay. The best probably one of these I have is worked at a call center, right?
Mm.
And in the call center, it was hell. You ever work at a call center?
No.
Never.
Straight
I
hell,
did
dude.
fine, yeah.
You guys remember Nextel? I do fine. That's funny. I don't even call centers. I throw the phone right into the fucking ocean. Get another one. Gives a shit. Go to St. Andrews. Start it all over again. So remember Nextel, the little like
course.
walkie-talkie
Yeah.
piece of shit fucking thing. So I worked at a call center for them, right? And this was when cell phones, everything before 6 o'clock was $1,000 a minute. You know,
Right.
like remember everybody was like at
Night and weekend
$5.59
minutes.
waiting for fucking calls, and then they would just call me like, "Yo, what's up? Yo, cool, dude." Like nobody had anything to say. But anyways, I worked at Nextel, and it was awful, dude. People would call screaming Screaming. One woman called one time and she goes, if you don't change my fucking bill, I'm going to drive my car into another fucking car. And I just put her on hold. I was like, this is wild, everybody. Anyways, so they had lights in the call center, okay, that were red Christmas lights. The red meant it's very busy. So every time you hang up, another call's coming right in. Yellow meant there could be a little bit of a break between the calls. Green was like, you could wait up to 10 minutes for a call, right? So me and my friend both decided, we were like, buddy, you done today? And I'm like, absolutely. We both decided this is the day we're out. So we tried to get the light to go from red to green by just sitting there hanging up on calls.
Oh my God.
I hung up on, oh my God, 700 fucking, like I just heard people, and I just hung up, right? And then could never get it to go from red to green. Couldn't do it. So then I just started sending people to Spanish Care. They'd be like, yo, can I check my minutes? I go, of course you can. Let me send you to the minutes department. They'd be like, minutes department, then right to Spanish Care. One guy called, man, and he goes, dude, I forget I don't remember exactly what it was, but I told him, I go, dude, check your bill. I go, what are you talking about? I'm at home with my wife. And he goes, what? I go, yeah, dude, I'm at home with my wife. Like, what are you talking? He goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry, man. They must have fucked up the call. And he hung up. And I'm in my head, I'm like, wow, that guy, he dialed 1-800-11, like just so many things. And I just told him, one good thing that I did do that day, one guy called and he was like, man, my bill's $700. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to pay this, blah, blah, blah. I go, dude, you know what, man? Your lucky day, dude. And I just erased it. I just took it off. I go, you're good, man. And he goes, what? He freaked out. And he goes, yo, you got to give me your number, man. He goes, you got to give me your number so I can. I go, man, I'm telling you right now, you lucked out. I go, this is my last day. And he's like, thank you. Like, he's screaming into the phone. A $700 bill is fucked up. And also, that's a ton of money to just be, you know what I mean? Anyway, so then I quit. I stand up. Me and my friend are done fucking around, having a good time. So I tell them, I go, I'm out. And they go, you have to do an exiting interview. Because people quit so much that they want to know why you're quitting. So they just ask you questions. They're like, why are you quitting? And I go, this sucks. And the guy goes, and he has to write down.
Yeah.
And then he goes, what would make you come back here? And I go, you know, if you guys bulldoze this building and turn it into a McDonald's. And he literally goes, come on, man. I go, no. And he goes, bulldoze building. And then me and my friend walked out, and it was great. But I've never been straight up fired. I've quit. I've walked out. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's great,
That's
dude.
good shit, dude.
Awesome. Well, it's been a really wonderful time on Oops the Podcast
It
with
sure has.
Nathan McIntosh. Excuse me.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, we had a good time. You know, what a party.
Where can we find you?
Twitter and Instagram at Nathan McIntosh, guys. I have a podcast myself called Positive Anger. It is on iTunes and Spotify and anywhere you find podcasts. I think you and me were talking about this. I also have an album out.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
28 minutes or something like that.
22 minutes.
Oh, that's what it is, yeah.
It's called To The Point.
Mm-hmm.
It's on iTunes and Spotify as well if you want to check it out. NathanMcIntosh.com for anything else.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
And of course, Giulio, where can we find you?
Tonight, I'm at Revolution Hall in Portland, Oregon. Tomorrow at Sydney Goldstein Theater in San Francisco. Hope you guys come check that out. And then December 6th for National Lampoon, doing a great show in Long Island City, 10 p.m. At their comedy space. Please come check that out. I'd appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
What about you, bro?
You guys know me. Go to francisellis.com/shows to see my upcoming touring schedule at Francis CC Ellis on Instagram. And thanks for checking in, guys. Send us your oops to oopsthepodcast@gmail.com. We'll discuss them, or you can DM them to our Instagram account. Thanks as always, guys, and we'll see you next week.
God bless you.
Thank you, guys.